So this is actually a rather simple video for me to record. For as long as I've been a part of the IB program, anytime that somebody asks me a question about what it is that I'm studying in school, I feel the need to go over the top and explain the degree, as it's not one that is offered at many schools right now. I begin by explaining that it's a business degree, but it's one that has gone way beyond the bounds of any other general business at any other college. We've started with all of the soft skills that all these employers said that they wanted over the years, and they are definitely things that have been ingrained in me as I find myself now getting ready to graduate. Classes such as Professor Leo's applied business technologies went really far into helping us learn how to present. That wasn't obviously the main goal of the class, but it was definitely the thing that most people that I've talked to have taken the most out of. The foundations of integrated business with Connell was one that taught us how we were going to work together in teams for the remainder of the time that we were there. When I worked in Gordon Henry's class, even though he can be a rather tough professor, he taught us how to meet deadlines and deal with sometimes not getting the grades that we want, and still persevere through to make sure that we pass the class at the end of the day. And Professor Valdez's class has taught me how to be a better selling person. I have never typically been a fan of salespeople, nor do I necessarily want to be in sales. But he has given me a new lease on it and a new idea of what it can mean when it's done properly and in a successful way. All in all, it's been a great experience, and the typifying point for it was over the summer I took capstone and was lucky enough to end up in a group that was entirely IB majors, and we managed to make it all the way to the semifinals despite always having to fight the stigma of being a part of the IB program. I believe Professor Leo said that during that particular capstone final that roughly 85% of the students there were IB majors, and I really think that that speaks to the program. Ultimately, when I go out and I start working in the world, the skills that I'm going to use the most are teamwork. Unfortunately, sometimes you end up with people that you just don't want to work with, but that doesn't mean that at the end of the day you don't have to come in and work with these people. IB has been a great teacher of how to overcome adversity, talk to people about how to solve projects, time management, project management, even though that is specifically itself its own class. It has been a remarkable experience. I think that it has opened me up and will make me a wonderful candidate for whatever position it is that I'm going into the future. And I believe that if it wasn't for the IB program, there's a pretty good chance that I wouldn't have graduated. Their attendance policies, as difficult as they were and as frustrating as they were, they taught me time management. They taught me how to show up, how to make sure that you're accountable for your own work. At the end of the day, I would highly suggest that anybody that's looking forward to getting anything out of their career when they're done with being here at UCF, that they look into making sure that this is the program that they choose. Thank you to all my professors.